I messed up, but I got him back the next week because I made chicken parmesan and that shit was banging. It was so good. It was so good, and that inspired Imani, and then Imani just hooked up some honey butter garlic chicken. Oh my god, it was so good.
And a summer salad,
Yeah,
squash,
a little
zucchini,
medley.
parmesan.
Little vegetable medley
Sounds good.
with some tomato too. Oh, it was so good.
All right, I haven't worked out yet, so we gotta stop talking about food.
I was so hungry. That's why I had to stop at Quick Trip on my way over here because I needed something, bro. I've been going all morning.
All right.
But anyway, welcome to the
Quiet on set.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to the Be Real episode 17. Life's only one take, so be real because there is no be real.
How you doing today, brother?
Bro, I mean, personally, I'm good, but with everything that's going on, like, it's tough times in the world, man. It's, like, very eye-opening, it's like, I don't want to say tragic, it's not the right word, but it's, like, upsetting that it got to this point, but it's very much what needs to be done. That voice needs to be heard. Like, the statements that are being made are very proactive in that sense. And it's just weird being here in Tulsa, and, like, it just seems like once I left Virginia in December, like, shit only hit the fan from there. We got COVID. We lost icons. We had killer hornets briefly.
Threats of war.
We thought we lost a dictator in a foreign country, and somehow he's still alive, allegedly. Who knows? And now we got just this. And this is not even just nationwide. This is worldwide. This is huge. This is huge. Huge.
I know what I think, and I could go off for days. So I'm gonna give you a check. What do you think about what's going on in the world?
I mean, I think personally that it's been taken, like, the culture about it all. Like, we try to do the right thing, especially people of color, being biracial ourselves. Like, we see it day to day, like, just that kind of glance and that uncomfortableness of people. Like, people aren't really, the lack of education. I feel like people have been in such a conditioned lifestyle that no one's ever challenged their own thoughts or challenged their own beliefs. Like, I was saying the other day that people just, like, they're kind of just here to be here. They just expected, like, they just think everything just was as it was, there's no history to any of it. And it's very sad, but I get it. Like, I'm not for the looting and all that aspect of it, but, like, as far as the power behind the message of what's being sent, like, it's definitely opening up the right eyes to what needs to be open. Like, it's been an issue. Oppression's been huge throughout, before our lifetime, our parents' lifetime, just all of that. And it's like, I'm not for the looting, but just the aspect of, like, just listen. Like, you see what's going on now, make a change, and it's time to make that change. And, like, everybody has a voice, and it's time for everybody to let their voice be heard. Like, no voice, like, words are powerful. Words are power. And it's time for people to take that stand, educate themselves, and put their foot down for what they feel is right. Like, this is that time for it. And, I'm not glad that it's happening this way, but I'm glad something's happening. Like, I'm glad that it's finally reached enough hype that it's actually something's getting done about it. But I'm also scared at the same time, like, what's going to happen if the violent protests keep happening, like, and, what the death rate and all that shit's going to look like. And I'm very much, like, the color thing, like, racial, all that, like, it sucks that it comes down to that. Like, people get subcategorized by their race and they get profiled by their race. Like, I'm very much a firm believer that we're all people, man. Like, it doesn't make a difference what you look like, shape, size, color, or all. Like, if I don't like you because of the person you are, I'm not going to like you. But it's nothing to do with anything else aside of how you carry yourself, who you are as a person. And we're all fucking people. And that's, like, my biggest stand is, like, I fuck with you. You're a great person. I don't agree with you all the time, but you're a great fucking person. Like, your head is where you want it to be. You make decisions for yourself. You very much portray your life how you want to be and where you want to go. And the same with everybody that I become close and encounter with. Like, people that I surround myself with, I fuck with them as people, who they are, and people that can be my acquaintances. Like, I'm never going to be rude to a person or be a dickhead unless I just don't like who you are as a person. But even then, it's never like I see someone and I'm like, I don't fucking like you. I get to know the person, and then I'd make my decision from there. And even if I don't like that person, I'm still going to be cordial or cool, or I'll just distance myself when, like, I feel, not in that space. Like I shouldn't be there. Like if reading that room, reading that audience, and just gonna step out from that. So like that's my whole philosophy. When like I hate seeing the subcategorizing of race and how that became such a big issue and how it is a big issue. Like it's about peace, man. We're all fucking here together. No one knows what the fuck's going on. Like peace, love, prosperity, like all in the entirety. And that's my my soapbox.
Can you speak? I have a bunch of questions for you, but real quick on the last thing that you just said, speak about being multiracial, like biracial. Like, what does race mean to you, and like, why is that such a big issue, or why does that frustrate you?
I mean, growing up, like, I seen it. I've experienced some indifference, but I never thought anything of it. Like, it wasn't until I was about 13 that, if that, like 11, 12, 13, that area, that my stepdad actually, we took a ride, and he, like, just had the conversation, like, because you were a person of color, things aren't going to be fair for
Was
you.
your stepdad black or white?
He was Hispanic.
Hispanic.
Yeah.
Okay.
He came from a Puerto Rican background.
Yeah.
But he had that conversation with me. And being young, like I just never thought anything of it because like I guess I was just kind of blind to it because I never just looked to experience that. Like if someone was, even then as a kid, like I just saw people as people. So if someone was rude to me, I didn't see them looking at me because of what I looked like. I just thought they were a bad person. So like I never
Which turns out to be true.
Right. 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 So
You just didn't. It didn't come across your mind, or they just didn't like me because of my skin color. That
Never.
wasn't why.
Never.
You thought there was something about you that.
Not even that. Just that they were just, that was them. Like, I was just like, okay, that's you. Fine. I don't have to, I'm not going to fight for your approval. I'm not going to fight for you to like me. That's cool. You don't like me. That's fine. I don't like you either. Whatever. Move on. But I never really, like, I can't say that because every time I go to the airport, I'm getting stopped, for the extra check in TSA. But just as a kid growing up, like I never like thought that race was why things were happening. And it's like crazy that, like that's what started a lot of this. Like people just see people for the race they are and they don't see anything else. Like they don't even give them the time of day or the chance, and how things are not like structured for one race to succeed over the other. Like that's not just in day-to-day interaction, but it's also in like professional living, corporate life. Like it's shitty, especially being a person like how my views are. And like that's from a kid, like that's never changed. Like that's just where I've been this whole time, and like I'm stuck to my groundings in that. But like it's just it's fucked. It's fucked. It's definitely fucked.
I think race isn't what started it. A lot of stuff comes from race and division in general. Us versus them, me versus you. But race is like a byproduct of a system, of a way of thinking, of a way that they built this country. You know what I mean? In a hierarchy, and they put everything in tiers like that. When in all actuality, we're all level. Like it's a level playing field. Right. That's what it should be.
Right.
Right. Okay, these are the questions. This one's kind of funny. Kind of break it up. I don't know if it's that funny. Would you loot? Would you loot if you had the chance? Would you loot if there is a building and you could run in there and take whatever you wanted? Would you do it?
I mean, if it was not off rip, like that's one thing that I don't get. Like especially back home, like it's like a war zone back there, and a lot of like rioting, looting, all that's happened, and like. There's the protesting side of it and people that have a grounding and a foundation to preach the message they're preaching to get their point across. But there's also people that are just taking that opportunity just to do something to do it. Like there's no grounding of what they're doing. And usually those are the people that are sparking the more violent aspect of these protests. Like going in, looting, taking whatever they can because they see that opportunity. They feel like they can't get stopped. And like, that's not what I would do.
What's the intention behind the action?
Right. Exactly. What's your motive? Yeah, intention, for sure. So, like, no, I'm not just going to go out to loot. But I will go out to let my voice be heard, to show my support, and to show that this is a big deal and something needs to be done about it. Like, for sure.
I think earlier you said do what is right, do what's right. What is right? So what is right? what is the right thing for people to be doing right now? Do you have that?
Educating
Do you have that answer?
themselves. I mean, that's all I can really do is educate and understand. Like, really, the whole like whenever, just an example, like a very elementary example, like people like, oh, I can't be racist. I got a black friend. Like, the fuck's that mean? Like, you don't. That doesn't mean shit to me.
Or I don't see color.
Right. Like, what is that? Just understand what actually happened here before you, and understand that people have different ways of dealing with that, and like this shit's very much real, and like how that's almost traumatic to an extent. So it's just constant trauma, and they gotta understand like just be there and support your people, and but support them as people. Don't support them because you feel bad now. Like, don't be a charity, but like just be there for your people, and surround yourself with, because we're all diverse, bro. Like, Tulsa's a very diverse city. Richmond's a very diverse city. But just understand and just have that appreciation and be able to be open and vulnerable, and like don't act like you know. If anything, listen. Listen to what they say. Ask them the questions like you asked, like you've been asking everybody that you've been talking to since then. Like, ask them those deeper questions and show that you care and you want to be a part of the solution, not oblivious to what everything else is going on.
To be honest, I've been doing that since I was a kid, asking those questions. And people get upset. The truth is a sword. It's a double-edged sword. I'll just explain this to somebody that like it'll cut you if you're fighting against it. If you're fighting against the sword, it's gonna cut right through you if you're not part of the truth. But it could also heal you. It could give you back whatever you're missing, whatever you didn't even know that you were missing. Like
Right.
the truth reveals everything to you, and so you gotta like. I've been talking to people and they'll try to come up with arguments. So they'll try to say, well, this and this and this, and it's like it doesn't matter what you could throw at me. Even if you didn't think I knew the answer, if I don't think I know the answer, the words are gonna come to me because you can't refute the truth. Like the truth is the truth, and that's the ultimate thing. And you always have their truth, your truth, but then the actual truth. Because I could combat my own story, I could combat your story, argue it, and make you wrong, but I can't make the truth wrong. And what is right, what is truly right, is treating people with love and respect. Everybody keeps saying love and peace and all these things. Yes, those are correct too. But respect.
Yeah.
Respect. I see you. I recognize you. I appreciate you.
For sure.
It's so frustrating, man. This issue is just like it's about time that it's finally, I think it's bubbling over the top now.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's only a couple ways that this can go. It can increase in violence and then change, because it will end up changing. Or we can just agree to work with each other and make things as right as we can. Because we could make this truly, like we could make everything so much better. Overnight, we could make things so much better. But like you said, you were talking. So there's two different parts to it. Is your intention. What is your motive behind your action? What is the intent behind what are you doing? And then also, is your heart pure? Are you doing it for the best intentions for everybody involved? Not just selfish reasons, or not just for a goal. Like, what is the best thing that you can bring to the world? What's the best thing that you can do? I constantly say I want to be the best teammate that I can be in the world. I want to help as many people as I can, and I want to strengthen as many people, empower as many people, motivate as many people, turn as many people on as I can. I want to energize you, and I want to help you realize that you're limitless, that you have so much power, and that together that we could do anything. Together, we could have this place running so smooth and everybody could be taken care of. We spend the most valuable thing on this planet is our time. What do you spend your time doing? Who do you spend your time with? Your time. We only have a certain amount of time here, physically, able to do stuff, to change this reality. Baylor has a different reality than mine. If we were totally different, if he was white and I was completely black, and we were living in two different parts of town, his reality is not on my radar, so he doesn't understand me. His reality is not on my radar. I don't understand him. It takes us having a conversation and learning from each other. And that's what's so great about culture and society, is because it can be a melting pot, because you can take things from this area and this area and combine them together and make something brand new and very unique and very fun. And you can work with people in your community, man, people that don't look like you. You don't have to just seclude yourself, and you don't have to be so
Right.
closed-minded.
Right. Right. Open your mind up.
It's we all want the same things. And so if we all took care of each other and all made sure that we could all enjoy those same things, there wouldn't be no issues. We could all chase and pursue what we loved and do the best that we could do and make the world that much better. Another question I have for you is, so what's happened before? We've been here before. We've been at riots and protests and all this stuff. And we have leaders and they get killed. And for me, here in Tulsa, like, it's been peaceful for the most part.
Night and day from here to Richmond.
Yeah, besides a couple crazy drivers being inconsiderate and just ignorant.
Right.
It's been peaceful, but it doesn't seem like there's a purpose. There's a
Like
story.
lack of
There's
structure.
not a good collection.
Yeah.
I feel like it's okay, we're all here, but okay, well, how are we gonna make this change?
Right.
Because to me, everything needs to be
And
changed.
what are we doing to
Policies,
entice that
systems,
change?
everything. Like, I'm gonna do a separate rant video or something. Like, I'm gonna get on Instagram Live. Or
I'm gonna
something.
say
And-
your rants are a lot more peaceful this week. Than
yeah,
they were
and
last
that's
week.
how I'm trying to come at it. Like, it's powerful when it comes out and it seems like an attack, but it's not. That's the passion. That's the emotion and feeling behind what I'm saying, because we've lived through it and we've been through it, and it's not okay. It's not okay. And I hope you can hear me. It's not okay. The way that we're living on this planet right now is not okay by any standards. It's not okay. Everybody deserves love and respect. And we give everybody love and respect. Just think about how great this place would be. You wouldn't have to
Right.
worry about sending your kids outside to play or who's around in what neighborhood or this or that. No, everybody's worried about themselves, taking care of themselves, and making the world a better place. You don't have to worry about that stuff. And we can use our resources for all the good things, like locking up the people that are doing bad things and helping them reform, true reform. Not just locking somebody up and throwing them in a mosh pit of bad guys, like people that have anger problems, people that don't understand themselves, people that don't understand life. Like, everything just needs to be run differently. Education, we need to be taught to be unique and to express ourselves and how to feel things and how to actually live in life, how to contribute to society. We need a lot of things, and I think that's what we all need to come together and have this conversation. And I don't know how it starts. Like, it starts obviously with you, and then it starts with your friends, and then it starts with these protests, and then it moves into actual conversations. Like, let's make the change happen now. Let's bring these great minds. Let's bring these people that can speak and articulate themselves and all the ideas and thoughts and feelings of all the other people, and bring them together in a room and sit down. Let's write a new constitution. Let's write a new Declaration of Independence. Let's write something that's new and free. We have to come up with a new way. Tupac said it before. It's like, the old way's not working. So we got to do something new. We got to do something different.
Got to change something. For sure.
And yes, it starts with us. And I'm seeing it and I'm feeling it. Like, I love the energy that I'm feeling, is because there's so many people that do care. And I said it before, caring is one of the most important things. If you truly care about somebody else, you're going to reach out. You're going to help them. You're gonna look out. It's been incredible how many of my white friends, family members, whoever is like, I care about you. I love you. I'm sorry that you have to deal with all this stuff. It's recognition. It's admission. Even like us as individuals, we have to go through a transformation stage. We have to go through a metamorphosis. And it might come in different stages and different points in our life. But we have to kind of cocoon up and reflect. And then you come out a whole new person. And it's like like in the Bible, Jesus would say, like, you got a new heart, right? It's pure. Its intention is nothing but great things. But you need to do that. And us as a society, I feel like we're coming into that, where we're looking at us, like, who are we? What are we doing? What is the world like? So we're doing that reflection stage. And then it's time to start taking action. Live the life that you want to live. Live the life that you want your kids to be able to enjoy and your family down the road.
See the vision and make those steps.
If I change everything I do, and I can affect change in the people in my life, and they can affect change in the people in their lives, it can all happen in an instant. It's truly caring about one another and caring about the well-being, the heart and soul. So next time you think about talking to somebody, a stranger or somebody that you know, an acquaintance or a friend, and you're just like, hey, how are you? Don't rush by that question. That's a powerful question. How are you doing? How are you feeling? How are you today? I ask that because I care, not just because I want a half of a conversation. Hi, bye. No, why am I even going to waste my breath if I'm not going to actually listen to the answer of the question I asked?
Right.
I
Taking
really
that time,
care.
having that attention.
How
to
can I
really
help you?
Understand.
What can I do for you today? We should be servants. That's what we're here for. Serve each other. It makes you so happy to give to others and give that joy to somebody else. So you should do that as much as you can, and you'll get it back tenfold. And it's not like I'm doing it just to get it back. No, it's just a natural consequence
Wanting
of
to give
living
that.
in harmony with life, balance. Every good book, every religion, every philosophy, all teach us the same things, man. But are we ready to listen? Are we ready to act upon it and live it? Live it. Truly embody it. What you say you stand for, do you live it? Every experience that you're in, it takes patience. It takes reflection. It takes time. But it's so powerful and it's so important to think about others and to care about others and consider their feelings and their thoughts and what's going on in their lives. To consider that. Man. That's a superpower that if only more people had. Incredible.
I
Incredible.
definitely think it's unfolding. I definitely feel like it's a step in the right direction for sure. And it's just crazy how, as an environment, it took COVID and people being on quarantine for us to actually like clean up certain areas. Like the world was in a healthier spot when people weren't out and about. And that's how toxic we are to our own community.
Because we're rushing everything. We're living way too fast. Calm down, slow down.
Definitely
everything
that.
happens in due
Definitely
time. Timing is everything.
Just enjoy where you are.
Enjoy the process. Enjoy life. Like, that's choosing life. That's choosing to live. Living for something rather than dying for something.
Right.
Living for it, standing for it, and being willing to defend it. Because you know it's right. It's true. And everybody will have their own definition of this and that. But, like, put it to the test. Is it the truth? What is the ultimate truth? And you cannot tell me that one person deserves something more than anybody else.
Absolutely not.
I don't want to upset anybody, but this is a close example. Like, I'm telling you, I don't think two sides understand each other. And being mixed, like, there's a special power to that because we're black and we're white.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of can blend in, but we can't. Like, it's like
you're never really in place.
Yeah, we're just always out of place, always.
Yeah.
But we get to see both sides.
Mm-hmm.
We get to see more
from
than
family,
other people.
from friends, from just where we are in general. Yep.
And it's senseless, man. Black and white. But to understand, you have to care. You have to care to listen, to see things, to hear things, to understand, and then move forward. And then, like, how can you help? How can you help in that situation? And what we don't understand is, like, look at the history. Where have we been? What have we been through? What has this country been through? What have people been through? And no, you can't give someone's life back.
Mm-mm.
You put somebody in jail for 20 years, you take them out, you can't give them that
20
time back.
years gone.
You kill somebody, they can't get their life back.
Yep.
They don't get that second chance.
You're taking a life.
Right?
Non-refundable.
And so you can't do that. You have to reform, you have to help, you have to do that. But you have to acknowledge that you did it. You made the mistake. So now, if you have the chance again, are you going to keep doing that, knowing that you're in the wrong? Or are you going to do the best that you can to overcome, change it around, do something new?
And fight those tough times. Like, shit gets tough. Don't fucking stop. You have to be uncomfortable. Don't stop. Keep going.
There's a certain group of people right now that are very comfortable with how the world is run. And there's a big group of people that are not comfortable and not okay with how the world is run. You can't have that imbalance. Everything has to be balanced. And you can't do that. Everybody should be living the life. Everybody should have a healthy family, healthy, happy family. And it starts with us. It's not a race thing. It's not a black versus white. It's not a this, that. It's your heart. Are you whole by yourself? Are you strong by yourself? And then when you get in a relationship, can you build off of that and then build a foundation for a family and be a strong family and be a strong community and build everybody else up around you? Like we have to do it together. We have to. There's no other way but together. This is the most extreme I could think is if we did burn this whole country down. If we burnt every single building to the dust, to the ashes, we burnt everything. Then what happens next? You still gonna be mad? Or you trying to live and survive and build it together better? Because we could do everything. Many hands make light work. Many hands make light work. Don't be lazy. Don't be scared. Don't be envious. Don't be jealous. Be better. That's it. Be better. Be a better person. Don't count somebody else's pocket. Don't look at what somebody else has. Don't judge somebody else for what they don't have or what they look like, what they sound like. Love that person for who they are. What the world needs right now: love, peace, prosperity, respect. Under love, I got self-love. Because this is all I've been talking about, all we've been talking about lately.
100%.
Is you got to love yourself. You have to respect yourself. You have to understand yourself, and you have to be good with yourself. And it has to be unconditional, your love for yourself. Yes, you've made mistakes. Nobody's perfect. 100%. We're all going to make mistakes. We're going to keep making mistakes. How quickly do you learn from them? How quickly do you move forward? How quickly do you ask for help? Who can you reach out to? Do you rely on other people? How many people rely on you? Are you able to give that unconditional love to everybody else? Everybody else that you encounter. That person that you never thought that you'd ever talk to. That person that you think is dirty. That person that you think is too good for you. That relationship connection is the most important thing that we have. Peace. Talking about harmony and joy. The most blissful things ever, man. Being at peace. Being happy with who you are. Being happy with where you are in life. Being happy with all the things going on around you. We all owe it to each other to build that environment together, to create that environment together. If you want to fight, like, you're just going to get knocked out of the group. Like, you're not going to be part of the group. If you have to post something negative, if you have something negative to say and you want to focus on material things and money and wealth rather than lives, invaluable things, life, respect, people, other people, human beings that you put in a zoo or that you tortured or that you whipped and that you beat and that you had dogs chew on, that you cut their foots off, that you made sleep with their family. These are terrible things. You got to know the history. You have to get uncomfortable. You got to know what everybody's been through. You have to be a human, and you have to choose to do something about it. You have to say no more. Enough is enough. We're tired of it. I'm tired. We've been tired. Let's work together. We don't have to fight. We're not violent. We're not coming at you. These protests, they're not turning violent because the people that are out there trying to spread the message. No, you got a few bad apples that don't know what they're doing, that people just want to go out there and cause some ruckus and do something. And then sometimes you know how deep the game gets. You got people over here that pretend that they're on your side, but they're just causing mischief just to get a rise out of the other people that say, oh, look, they are doing exactly what we thought they'd do. No, nobody's out here for violence. Right. We've had enough of that. We've tried peaceful protesting. We've tried nonviolent protesting. We've tried whatever. Like, what else are we going to have to do to say, let my people go? Let my people go. We are free. We don't have to hold under anything. We shouldn't be held back. We shouldn't be pushed under. Prosperity, abundance, plenty, flourish, all of us together. Abundance. Think about it. This planet provides us everything that we need. So why do we have to pay for everything? Energy, electricity, internet, food, healthcare, education. Any of these things, they should not cost money. We're all born here, not of a choice of our own. Our parents made us. People made us, whatever. We pop up, and then boom, we have to pay taxes. We have to pay for this. We have to pay for that. No, we could all work together. We can figure out the system. The currency problem, I'm working on that. That's the one thing that everybody tries to get me on, but like, we don't need currency. Again, the most valuable thing is our time. How are you helping your community? If everybody's basic needs are taken care of, well met, and it's like nobody goes without wanting. That eliminates so much right there. We're taking care of each other. Everybody, food shortage, this, that. Man, get out of here. This planet has enough space, enough food, enough everything for all of us. And we can make it that much better. The smarter one of us is, the smarter we all are. Rise to the occasion. Like, let's do this thing. What are we waiting for? We're over here bickering about lines, imaginary borders and shit for no reason. About resources and this and that. Why are we fighting each other? For what? Why don't we already conquered the whole planet. We're already here. We're the top thing. So let's make it the best thing we can do. Like, let's utilize this thing.
So what do you have for the people they could take away? What's your next step?
Come together. Stand for what's right. Take action. Don't rest. Don't let this thing just blow over in a week. No. Keep standing up. We know it's wrong, so stand up until we make it right. We have the power to change it. It's not politicians. It's not mayors. It's not governors. It's not presidents. Fuck all that. We're the ones that put them in place. We can take them out. We can change this shit. The power to the people. The power to every single one of you, because you all have a power. You have your voice. You have your heart. You have your spirit. And if you're in tune, if you're in the right tune, you're in the right frequency, you know what's right.
Right.
You can feel it. All you got to do is choose, decide, make everything better. And I promise you, we can build this place. We can make it crazier than our wildest dreams. Flying cars, that's nothing. Like, oh my goodness. We don't have to get old. We don't have to die. Like, that should be like the slowest process. Our body lives to regenerate and to heal itself. Why aren't we putting more money into healthcare, education? Not the education system we have, a new education system that teaches actually about life, about processing your emotions and your feelings, about how to move forward, how to get over problems, how to resolve issues. Like, we need to learn real stuff.
Right.
And it comes from a solid family foundation. And we need the families to be strong. And in order for families to be strong, we can't rip them apart. We can't have immoral behavior. We can't have killing. We can't have nonsense and violence and all these other things. Like, starts with you. It starts with you. Look at yourself. Who are you? What do you stand for? Because I'm telling you, the good will always win. The good wins this time. Wins every time.
Every time.
And I promise you, like, you have to make it up in your mind. Don't be in the middle. Don't be a bystander. Don't get ran over. And definitely don't be on the opposing side. Don't do it. It's not a threat. It's a promise, because it's going to happen. It's life.
It's revolution.
Change. Don't be scared of the change. Get uncomfortable. Recognize. Admit. Move forward. Learn. Get better. And I got to give a big shout out to my cousin before we leave, Devin Moore. Bro, you're killing it. He's up in Maine, and he's turning into a huge organizer and a big integral part of the protest going on in Maine. And they're doing it extremely, extremely peacefully. They're doing a lot of good things. And, yeah, man, he has a Facebook group. I think it's One World Peace People.
Yep, and there's a fist in between each word.
Of all different shades of skin. Like, look at this, man. Like, how can you get mad at? Look how, man, everybody's got this beautiful organism, our skin. Man,
you're doing
this
great
big
work
organ.
Up there, Devin. You're doing great work. Great work. Keep it going. Keep spreading the word. But
that's about it. If you guys have questions, comments, concerns, reach out to us.
Continue to educate yourself, because knowing is power. Knowledge is power. But even more so, words are powerful. And we all have the right. We have the freedom of speech. So use it. Like, educate yourself and move forward, because we're all in this together. And that's the only way things are going to change from where they are now. And that's it. Come together, like you said.
It's the be real.
That's it. Life's only one take, so be real. Oh, also, shout out Top 5. Y'all are back home. Sorry, my man Ed was preaching, and got me all off. But all words to the wise. Top 5, they dropped their podcast. They're doing their big things. Link in the bio. Check them out. I think they're on episode 3 or 4 right now. But love you boys. Hope you guys staying safe back home. Everybody else, this is what it is. Another day, another dollar.
Stay fit. Stay safe. One love.
Gone.